This is VOA News. Via remote, I'm Marissa Melton. A growing number of Republican lawmakers have joined U.S. President Donald Trump's extraordinary effort to overturn the presidential election, pledging to reject the results when Congress meets next week to count the electoral college votes and certify President-elect Joe Biden's win. On Saturday, Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas announced a coalition of 11 senators who will vote against certain state electors unless Congress appoints an electoral commission to immediately conduct an audit of the election results. Earlier, a GOP Senator, Josh Holley of Missouri, said he would object to the vote tallies. Both acknowledged that they are unlikely to change the results of the election, which state and federal officials say ran smoothly. Mr. Biden is set to be inaugurated on January 20th. Officials in India and in the United States have announced some progress toward expanded COVID-19 immunization campaigns. New Delhi staged nationwide drills on Saturday to launch one of the world's biggest coronavirus vaccination programs. Meanwhile, the country's drug regulator approved two vaccines, one developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University, the other by Bharat Biotech and the state-run Indian Council of Medical Research. India is the world's second most populous country. It has more than 10.3 million confirmed COVID-19 infections, and that's second only to the United States. In the U.S., the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Saturday said the country had administered more than 4.2 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines nationwide and had distributed more than 13 million doses. The U.S. continues to lead the world with more than 20 million infections. That's about one-fourth of the 84.5 million COVID-19 cases recorded globally. VOA News. Two French soldiers were killed Saturday when their vehicle hit an improvised explosive device in northeastern Mali, just days after three others died in similar fashion. The office of French President Emmanuel Macron announced on Saturday that he had learned with great sadness of the deaths. One of the soldiers was the first female soldier sent to the region since the French operation began. According to the French army, the latest deaths bring to 50 the number of French soldiers killed in Mali since France first intervened militarily in January 2013. The goal of the intervention was to help drive back Islamic jihadists who had overrun parts of the country. Macron has since affirmed France's determination to continue its role in what a statement calls the battle against terrorism. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Saturday that American soldiers have suffered no deaths in Afghanistan in almost a year. He cited the Trump administration's initiative to promote peace in the conflict-torn nation. Washington in February concluded an agreement with the Taliban insurgency to close the 19-year-old Afghan war. It's the longest war in American history. The historic understanding started a phased withdrawal of American troops from the South Asian nation. The deal also opened first-ever direct peace talks between the Taliban and the U.S.-backed Afghan government in September to negotiate a political power-sharing understanding to permanently end the war. U.S. officials, however, have acknowledged a recent spike in fighting between Afghan security forces and Taliban insurgents that threatens the ongoing peace process. They've urged both Afghan adversaries to reduce hostilities and move quickly toward a negotiated settlement. Gunmen killed a significant number of civilians Saturday in Niger, authorities said, in the latest attack in the landlocked nation's troubled Tillaberi region. A local official said many civilians were killed in the attack on a village near the border with Mali. The attack came on the same day election officials announced results for the first round of Niger's presidential vote. The results put ruling party candidate Mohamed Bazoum in the lead. A runoff election is set for next month. Niger is also threatened by jihadis from Nigeria, home of a decade-old insurgency launched by Boko Haram. And the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says two car bombings in separate parts of Turkish-controlled areas of northern Syria killed 6 people on Saturday, including children. In the first, a car bomb near a vegetable market killed 5 people, including 2 children in a border town. Via remote, I'm Marissa Melton from Washington. This is VOA News.